Hi and welcome to the Perham Show. I'm Gail Langner, and today I'm here with Julie Listrom at the ITOW Museum. Thanks, Julie, for coming. Appreciate it. Actually, for having us come.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, I know that you briefly have something that you would like to, an appeal you'd like to have for the community. Do you want to just give them an idea of what you need here at the museum right now?
We are looking for volunteers in our thrift store, at the History Museum, and here at ITO in all capacities.
Okay.
Whatever you are good at, we will find a position for you.
Okay, all right.
And we are looking for more board of director members as well.
Okay, so if someone would like to volunteer, or if they would perhaps like to be on your board, how would they get in touch with you?
They can call me on my cell at 218-234-5915.
Okay, do you want to just repeat that one more time?
218-234-5915.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll get this out to the community, and I'm sure there'll be people. Your phone will probably be just ringing right off the wall.
That'll be fabulous.
Okay, sounds great. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are still here at the ITOW Museum, but now I'm here with Stu Burns and with Richard Thome, and this is National Mentoring Month, and there are many different ways to mentor people and support people throughout our community. And Stu, why don't you explain, I know you have a really interesting way that you're mentoring people right now. Could you just explain exactly what it is that you're doing?
Sure. We're actually meeting here the second and the fourth Saturday at the ITO Museum, coming through the west door at 8 o'clock in the morning. And we're meeting about a PTSD meeting. And it is geared towards veterans, but it's not limited to veterans. So anybody that's been exposed to any kind of traumatic events, we do have one chaplain from the area that's coming. Excuse me. And he's really felt, excuse me, he's really felt like it's been beneficial for him. Okay. And he has a veteran in his life, and of course that veteran being a proud member really does want to come and share the struggles that he's had. So it's been great for us to meet. We're going through the combat trauma book, and it's geared towards PTSD, and it's a healing manual. It was written by a chaplain from the Army, and it's really geared towards veterans. There's lots of stories in there, and it really lets you get into the mindset of the things that military members experience in warfare. Okay. So not just for the veterans themselves, but also for the family members that have to deal with these problems.
Sure. Richard, could you tell me, I know that you were involved in perhaps getting started. How did it start?
Well, it started, I suffer from PTSD, and I go to the VA meetings here at the ITO, and we can't discuss the religious end of PTSD or politics, and so I approached my pastor with the question that I had about the religious aspect of it, and he was kind of at loss at how to address this issue until he remembered he had a friend that was in the military, a chaplain, and called him up, and he said he told my pastor that he knew exactly what I was asking for, and sent this manual up. Okay,
and the manual again, I know it is called the Combat Trauma Healing Manual. Is that right?
Right.
And so meeting twice a month on Saturdays.
Yep.
And tell me again the time.
It's at 8 a.m.
Okay.
We go for about an hour.
All right.
And you don't have to
Do I have to RSVP?
No, you don't have to RSVP, but just come 8 a.m. The second and fourth Saturdays of the month, and come through the west door.
Okay. And if they were to contact you, what's your number still?
You can contact me at 218-298-0219, or you can contact Richard Thome at 218-640-0293.
Okay. Well, I think this is a really interesting way that you're doing some mentoring and guiding people that have been through some stress. So congratulations on putting this together, and I'll be anxious to see how it turns out.
Thank you.
Yep. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Perham Show. Right now I'm here with Judy Lightoller, and Judy is with the Stroke Support Group, and she does many other things, many other hats a nurse practitioner, and a parish nurse, that's right, at the United Methodist Church. Judy, I remember, the reason I really wanted to have you on today was because this is National Mentoring Month. And what you do with your stroke support group is really mentoring. It really is. And I remember when you first got it started, it's been several years ago, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm. It has.
And because you saw a need that was not being met, could you explain a little bit about how that started, the thought process with that?
Well, the reason it started was because my friend Jean Johnson had experienced a stroke, and so she had come to me and said, would you start a support group? And I guess at that point I didn't have any objections to it, so we did get something rolling between the two of us, and we kind of co-facilitate this program.
Do you? Okay.
We do, and we have had up to 25 different people that have attended the program over the years. We have probably 8 to 10 that come regularly now. We would like to open it up and have more people from the community come. We started off the first couple of years with many different healthcare professionals in the community coming and giving their talks about stroke and how they were involved in the impact of stroke on a person's life. And now we've moved past that, and we actually work with people who have had changes that have occurred during their life experience with living with stroke.
Right.
And those things they share with the group, and they're willing to help mentor others that are having difficulties or have started new problems in their lives.
I'm sure it's very helpful to be able to share with people that are having probably similar situations in their life.
It's very healing, I think, just to be able to connect with other people who have walked that walk. And maybe not the exact same experience,
right,
but yet a similar experience, and it helps them feed one another.
Sure, I can
and
see that.
They bring treats too.
Oh, hey, there's food. You know,
food.
I'm always about the food.
Oh, yes.
That's right. So where do you meet?
We meet at the Perham United Methodist Church at 223 4th Avenue Southeast in Perham, and we meet on the 4th Monday of the month at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And it usually runs till about 2:30, sometimes as late as 3 if there's a need, but otherwise about an hour and a half of relationship building and mentoring that takes place at that time.
So even, Judy, anybody that has like family members that might have someone that has had a stroke, they could come also?
They could come, and it's for caregivers as well as people who have experienced stroke. We don't call them victims because they're not a victim. Everybody has something in their life that they have to live with.
Right.
And this is another person who's experienced a stroke and
Survivor.
a survivor,
Right.
and how do they live with it? How do they go on from there? And how does the family deal with those issues that are evolved around that? And so yes, we open it up to people who've had even mini strokes where maybe there is no long-lasting effect, but there's still a potential of having more problems down the line.
Sure.
So it's how do we change our lifestyle, and how can we support one another in those events that occur in our lives.
Sure. Again, the date that you meet?
Fourth Monday of the month at the Perham United Methodist Church at 1 o'clock.
And that's just 1 block east of Service Food?
That's correct. And if you forget, you can always check the calendar of events in the Focus, because it is in there every month.
Okay, that sounds great. Judy, thanks so much for being with me today. And great group. I'm glad that you've got that going. That's great.
You bet. Good resource.
That's super.
Thank you.
If you ever have anything that you would like to see here on the Perham Show, I'd love to hear from you. Just call me, Gail Langner, and my number is 841-2094. Thanks so much and have a blessed day.